Failure is not an option. I just heard that a while ago. I wanted to talk about that because it's one of the biggest crock of BS sayings I think I've ever heard in my life. Failure is not an option. Well, in one sense, failure isn't an option because it's necessary. You're going to fail at anything you do. Think about the times that you tried to learn how to ride a bicycle. Did you pick it up and be Lance Armstrong your first time out? No, you probably fell, scraped your knees, busted your ass. You failed a lot before you were able to actually get on that bike and ride. But what people are talking about when they say failure is not an option is that you have to expect perfection. You have to be perfect in everything you do. And I'm going to tell you, there is no perfection in anything in this world that you do. Nothing. There is no perfection. And I think pushing the narrative that failure is not an option really forces people to do their best on one hand, but then they do just enough to get by. That's kind of fucked up. It is fucked up. Because when you put that kind of pressure on people, most people are minimalists. Most people are going to do whatever it is that they have to do just to get by. And thinking about failure not being an option, it really makes me think about AI and all the hubbub that there's been about AI lately. Now, AI is great, but it's great to use as a tool. Unfortunately, and I think this is just going to get worse, most people are using it as a crutch, as a means to an end. And that's dangerous. That's debilitating. And I'm already seeing it with people where they're using AI. They're becoming totally dependent on it for all their output of work. I had a friend of mine that wouldn't hire somebody recently because you can, if you read enough of the output of AI kind of has its own language. You could tell what's generated from AI and what isn't. And the person asking him for a job, which was like a $300,000 a year job, was too lazy to even personalize the resume that he was sending my buddy. It was all just totally generated AI. So my friend says, if I can't trust him to even be authentic with his resume, then how can I really trust him to do the work that I need him to do? People are terrified that AI is going to take their jobs, and some of them are going to lose their jobs because of AI. There's no question, no doubt about it. But at the same time, there's so many things that AI can't do. Think of it in these terms. AI knows everything, but it can't do anything. Interesting observation. It knows everything there is to know out there, but unless you're talking to it and know the language to speak to it, which I do know some, it can only do its output is only as well as what you're asking it to do, right? But what AI will never do is replace the human experience. AI will never be a shoulder to cry on. It'll never be a pat on the back. I don't think AI is going to fix your leaky toilet anytime soon. I don't think AI is going to cut your grass. Well, maybe it will if you use these robots and stuff. But all this shifting people are talking about AI, crypto, all this stuff. I live in Southwest Florida. If I turn out of my neighborhood, if I turn left, I'll go to one of the wealthiest zip codes in America. If I turn right, go the same distance, I could show you people that are still living without electricity. It's just crazy fucking shit out there. It's nuts. All right, this is